Before AVID, I thought that my future was for other people and it wasn't for me. But eventually through AVID, I started to gain that confidence of that I'm allowed to choose where I'm going. My name is Sylvie. I'm 18 years old and I go to school at Crystal Lake Central. I think that freshman year me compared to senior year me, I'm just such a different person and I'm really thankful to AVID. I think that AVID is so important because it gives you a motivation to just be better than you were before. And then once you finish AVID, you become somebody who's confident in their future. AVID just changes people's lives in a way that you would never expect.
I dropped out of English honors at the end of the first month of my freshman year. It took me a week to decide that it wasn't for me. Not only that, but I literally and physically couldn't do it. The majority of the grade was participation. Talking in groups, sitting at tables of 4. I knew what I would say, but I couldn't force it out. Ultimately, I dropped the class and moved down to regular level English classes. Thankfully, AVID was there to flip my world upside down. My anxiety had made my entire life a constant tightrope walk, clamping my mouth shut, my throat burning with all of the things I wanted to say but simply couldn't. During the first year of my freshman year, my heart sank when my teacher introduced the idea of tutorial. I wanted to drop out right then and there. However, thankfully, I never got around to it. If you know anything about tutorial or AVID, you'll know that it's virtually impossible to just sit there and do nothing. It's all about speaking, which is what I was scared about the most. At first, I was terrified, standing in front of people who I didn't know, trying my best to explain what I was confused about. Eventually, as weeks turned into months, I found myself getting used to speaking in front of people and raising my hand to ask questions the same way I did in tutorial. By the end of my freshman year, I could speak clearly, hold my head up higher, and make my voice heard. The growth in me was so drastic that I received an AVID award at our end of the year celebration. As I stood among my AVID peers, I felt a sense of triumph and fulfillment wash over me, and it's a warm feeling that I still carry with me to this day. In my sophomore year, you simply couldn't get me to shut up. When teachers asked why that was, how I went from quiet and reserved to confident and loud, really loud, I always replied that it was because of AVID. I had the confidence to speak up and ask questions, the same as I did in tutorial, and with the right help, I began to understand that I deserved to speak and be heard. All because of that foundation of confidence that AVID helped me build with tutorial. Even if my classes and other classes were in front of 20 people and not 4, I could stand up in front of everyone and project my voice to the back of the classroom. Being part of my very own AVID family has helped shape me into who I am today, surrounded by my friends who I've known for the span of my time in high school, and by my incredible teachers like Miss Levitt and Miss Welder, giving us first-generation, low-income, non-English speaking students the opportunities and chances we wouldn't otherwise get. I'm thankful that I have the confidence to know that I can be successful in university and in the future because of the core skills that AVID has taught me. I'm only one of the many kids in my school of 1,500 who have been changed by AVID. I've watched as my once reserved and insecure classmates grew into secure and proud individuals, advocating for themselves every day in and out of the classroom. No matter what came my way, I'm so glad that I could persevere through it all because of the tenacity that AVID helped build in me. From hiding away in the corners, hardly visible to anyone at all, now to speak in front of so many people when I thought it would be impossible to speak in front of 4 of my own classmates. I wish that I could tell myself, 15 years old and afraid, that I could do it. And that I am doing it, getting the Illinois Commitment Award from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. And over $5,000 in scholarships. I've planted roots here, giving the future generations of my family the opportunity to have a better future, which is what my parents came here for. Mis papás vinieron aquí sin nada y me lo dieron todo, para que lo pueda repartir con mis hijos y las generaciones del futuro. Quiero darle gracias a mi mamá y a mi papá por dejando sus vidas en México para mejorar la vida de sus hijos. Los amo y muchas gracias. I want all first-generation students to know and understand that because of your hard work and dedication that you are going to get so far. I know this for a fact because our 2025 senior AVID class broke a record at our school, winning over $200,000 in scholarships and merit. And some of them are here today. I love you guys, and you guys are doing great. But we didn't just break a record. We're breaking boundaries and cycles by going to college and university and even trade school. I know that no matter the differences and no matter the distance, that we're a family through and through because of what AVID has done not only for us, but other AVID alumni throughout the world. We are proof that AVID works. You, educators, administrators, and AVID staff, what you do matters, so thank you. If there's one bit of advice that I could give to every teenager going into and in high school, regardless of their life plans, experience, or history, it would be to join AVID. Not only because it's a program that helps you apply to university, helps you fill out the FAFSA, and teaches you how to be organized in not only academic aspects, but in your everyday life, but because even after AVID, those skills stay with you. In a world where our future is undetermined and unguaranteed, AVID is a powerful and unshakable foundation that will guide you into adulthood and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We really, that was wonderful. And I just want to circle back to something you said. You gave advice to students to join AVID because of the skills that it gives. Would you just tell everyone what skills from AVID you're going to take with you when you go off to the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign?
I will be taking my note-taking skills and my analysis skills, and as well as taking those skills, the socializing skills that AVID taught me and helped me create to be able to communicate with my professors and make new friends.
Awesome. All right, y'all. Thank you again for sharing your story.